Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be drawing an eye, a realism eye, and we're going to do it in 10 minutes. So once that says 56, and we're going to go ahead and start now. Now we've only got 10 minutes, so we've got to make sure to work quickly. Do I think I'll be able to get this done in 10 minutes? No, and that's why I'm doing it. I was gonna do 20, but then I was like, I can definitely get it done in 20 minutes. So we're doing it in 10 instead. Because I don't think I'll be able to finish it. So now I'm gonna have to push myself to try to finish it. That's how progress works or something. Maybe. That's what we're going to hope for, at least. Alright. Now, I have not drawn an eye in realism in a very long time. It's been at least probably a month. This is way too long. It needs to be shorter. Should I just start over? No. Let's just go ahead and raise the eye up. Go ahead and just go like this. This kind of just looks like I'm adding an eyelid, but I am just raising the eye up. That's not the eyelid. That wasn't me. There we go. And yep, we got the shape down. Took way too long to get the shape down, but we got the shape down. I've also already been pressing too hard with the pencil, but you know, whatever. We're gonna get the rough shape of the circle of the eye down, and then we're gonna get the rough shape of the center of the eye down, and then we're gonna get to the details of the eye. First, the eye is shaped. This is little bits of like fleshy bits. I don't know what it's called, but this is the fleshy bits of your eye. Now I need to add the detail. Stop just outlining this more, procrastinating everything else because you don't actually know what you're supposed to do. Go ahead and actually do the detail. Now what's the detail, you may ask? Well, here's a pretty clear line that I'm doing too dark. That is the eyelid, which that is pretty self-explanatory that this was the eyelid. Right here, going to be stemming from there outwards, stemming from like right here-ish, is going to be the part where the bottom eyelashes come out of, which is your eyelid. And this is a picture of my eye. There's also some folds here because I'm tired. We might not fully add those in though. Who knows? Now it's time to, well, shade, because that's kind of how you do this. It's kind of how you get the realism looking area to it. This is going to be harder to do without turning the sketchbook, but we're going to try our best. And we'll go ahead and go like this. Go like this, and 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 this. And then this, and then this. Alright, so basically we're just trying to add some shading around the outside of the eye so we can then add some shape to it by adding more shading, but shading with shape to it. Because right now there's no shape to this eye, it's just flat, and that's it. Alright, go ahead and do this. Then we'll go ahead and do some over here. And I'm trying to get this round, but it is a little harder. It's a little hard to get everything even. Especially with not being able to turn the sketchbook, but you know, whatever. And drawing on a flat surface is definitely harder too. But there we go, here's a badly shaded eye. Now we add some actual shading to it by making the areas that need to be darker, darker. And then we shade from there. You know, I hope this actually does turn out well, because it would be pretty cool if this turned out well. It would end up looking pretty cool in the time lapse. How about here? What does this look like? Well, there's a little bit of a section right here where my eyes cross. Or not my eyes, the lid crosses. Go ahead and shade darker under here. But then go lighter, but still darker. There we go, looking good, looking snazzy. But we're going to need to very quickly here add in the... I need to add that line in, but I also need to add in the detail of the iris, because we are running out of time for that. This is very rough. Alright, let's go ahead and get some eyelashes in here. There we go. Cross some eyelashes too. Oopsies. Not all of them, but you know, some of them. And I have quite a lot of eyelashes. I have a very large amount of eyelashes. But I'm not going to draw every single eyelash, just a decent amount of them. Then just a couple of eyelashes out here. Alright, what's the time? Oh, we're getting pretty low on the time here, aren't we? Alright, now we're going to go ahead and add a circle, darken it. Alright, we'll darken this circle too. And since we're only spending 10 minutes on this eye, I will make sure to draw another eye after this video, taking however long I feel like that eye needs, and we'll see the comparison on what I could do in 10 minutes and what I could do in the amount of time I felt like I needed. With the same picture, the same eye, just different amounts of time spent. Which obviously that one will probably end up better, but you know, you never know. This one could end up better. I also have contacts in, so I don't know how much that actually affects my eye. But I can see the contacts in the in the picture. I'm not drawing in the contact. I don't know how to do that. I do, however, want to draw in this shaded area. But I want to shade in the eye too, just a little bit. Just a little tattle bit, you know. There are some little squigglies in the eye too that you can like try to draw, but I don't think I'm really gonna have time to add too much detail like that. Try to sell the shading more. There we go. Whereas there'll be like lines coming from here too, because like the veins in your eyes. Alright, now I did not draw my eyebrow, but that's kind of because I didn't take the picture where I can really see my eyebrow, so there's not really eyebrow to draw. I do have a blending stick, which I feel like could make this possibly easier. But we're just going with the flow. I think that's my 10 minutes up. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes into this video. I don't know, I'm gonna add just a little bit more shading, and then we'll call it good. Because I can't actually remember what my time limit was. Or, I mean, I know it was 10 minutes, but I can't remember what times they were set at. Okie dokie. I messed up these tired lines at the very end there, but that's fine. There's my eye. That was done in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let me draw one in 10 seconds. Let me just go ahead. This one's gonna get an eyebrow. Oh yeah. Look at the shading that I'm doing too. Ooh. Excellent shading. Boom, there's my 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Which one's better? I'm gonna have to go with the 10 seconds one. That one's just too good to beat, you know. Bye.